Now, I want to start with learning loss, and there was some new information out of New Jersey and some state education officials saying that students are scoring below grade level in both math and English. They say 1 in 3 students there in New Jersey scoring below that grade level marker. So, Nicholas, I want to start with you on that. Do you think that there has been a learning loss due to the pandemic?
First of all, using the term learning loss is a disservice to teachers who've been killing themselves to teach, and is a disservice to students. We learned unconventional ways. My students became content creators. We curate a lot of information. They learned so many new skills that they would not have learned under a traditional setting. Now, that aside, when we evaluate students based on the same way we've evaluated them in the past, even though we've done things differently, that's just insane. That's like me coaching you to play baseball, and then all of a sudden we learn football, but I still test you on your baseball skills. It's a disservice to so many. Obviously, they're going to learn less material than they learned the previous year. We saw them half as much, but the skill set, again, I give you so many analogies. That's like me teaching you how to play the guitar, but then testing you on how to play the piano. Like, it's when you test them the same way, even though they learn differently, the obvious results. My concern is that these test results, first of all, they're a waste of time. We can't learn anything from them. Second, they're going to be used to exploit and defund public education, or to test kids even more because they create this concept that there's some sort of learning loss. And kids are resilient. You know, I don't forget everything I learn over the summer. So it's like, we don't go to school for 3 months. Kids don't forget everything they learn. We jump right back in September when we get back in the swing of things. So all this, I hate to say it, is a way to discredit teachers and to discredit schools and to make it seem like kids didn't learn new schools. They didn't learn how to adapt, learn new skills or learn how to adapt. So learning loss is arbitrary. It's all about how you evaluate the learning.
All right. I do want to touch on children who have some unique needs, and remote learning made it difficult for many districts to follow students' IEPs. Special educators or therapists weren't allowed to do that one-on-one work, which is really hard to do, obviously in this remote or hybrid setting. So, Anthony, your thoughts on what needs to happen in the fall to try to, help those people that have unique needs?
I mean, I think we need to start looking at those IEP goals now. And if changes or if additional goals are needed, the teams need to get it on. We're an exclusive special ed school district. Every one of our students has an IEP in our 4 schools. And we were the first school district in the area back. We were back open on July 5th of last year when everything was still going on and nobody had any guidelines yet. So it was really an adventure, I guess, to try to get through it. And we made it about 3 weeks and buildings started going down. So we kind of were on the forefront of it for that reason. We recognized that we were going to struggle to meet the kids' goals. But as everybody, every educator and administrator did, we did the best we can. But I think that as the kids were home and as they had the learning loss and things like that, we're going to need to bridge the gap by changing the IEP goals and giving them more modifications than they maybe had. I mean, that's just the reality when you're dealing with a special needs student. You're going to have to find a way to bridge those gaps, and that's probably the way to do it. Add some goals. If they need tests read, if they need directions read, if they need longer times on their exams, we need to get that in place now so that when January exams roll around or next June rolls around, everything's in place and the kids are ready to go.
All right.